What's up, you guys? It's Didodi. I'm just over here thinking about some stuff from the first two Rebel Moon movies we got. They say they got four more coming. Who knows? I don't know what they plan to do. But the first two were cool. They need some work, man. I feel like we part of a focus group. Zack is still working on the movies and shit. So he probably just put them out. It's probably a movie experiment. Like, this is a big movie experiment, I feel like. Like, this has never been done before. This is big shit, bro. There was some problems with the movie, but I'm hoping it can be fixed with the R-rated versions. They already in there recording some new stuff and doing whatever they got to do. Zack is putting the 3-hour versions together, so I'm looking forward to that. But they also said that the other two movies is going to have some different titles. And this one, these first two, this was The Child of Fire and The Scargiver. Okay, so like I said in my first video when I came back to YouTube and started making more videos, I did my first video about Rebel Moon. It was basically about the trailer. I was talking about who the Child of Fire was, or who I thought the Child of Fire was going to be in the movie. Now, I've heard people say, oh, we've had two movies. We know who the Scargiver is, but they never told us who the Child of Fire is. Is Korra supposed to be both people? But I don't think she is. I don't think Korra is the Child of Fire. Like I said in my first video, I think Nemesis is the Child of Fire. Now, in part two, when she finally goes back and tells her story, she says that she was reborn. When she donned, or she picked up those swords, they taught her to be basically someone else. They taught her how to fight. So she changed when she put them things on, and she was surrounded by fire. So I'm just saying, I really think Nemesis was the Child of Fire. We know who the Scargiver is, but I think Nemesis was the Child of Fire. So the first movie is called Child of Fire, even though it didn't focus on Nemesis, but I think that's who they were talking about. Now, some people think it's Korra because she was taken as a child during a war, basically, or just a war type predicament that they were thrown into because of the mother world. So she was taken, and that could seem like, you know, a Child of Fire, like she was in the war zone and she was taken and she was turned into one of these soldiers. So that's very interesting. I do want to know, though, exactly who's who, because it wasn't really explained. We, the focus group, and this is interesting. This is interesting because we're going to determine maybe how this movie comes out. But this is something. This is like a little, I think it is an experiment. This is the first time, because we heard James Cameron say he wanted to make a 2.5-hour movie and a 6-hour movie at the same time. Basically, he wants to do what Zack Snyder's doing. So like my man Bruce Wayne said, I believe in Harvey Dent. I believe in Zack Snyder. This ain't Zack Snyder's first movie. I believe he knows what he's doing. I've liked his work for a long time, and I've listened to people talk shit about him since the beginning, which I didn't know who the guy was. I just liked his shit. I just thought he was putting out dope shit, and everybody was talking shit, and I just thought they were ignorant. But I'm at the same time not trying to be no super fan or nothing like that. I like the guy's work. I like M. Night Shyamalan too. They talk crazy about him. I like their stuff. I think they putting out hardcore shit, and I like watching it. So I don't even see what the issue is. But people will tell you that you're doing something wrong if you like dudes' movies. See, Zack Snyder's using Netflix in a way that they ain't used them before. We got movie makers coming to YouTube now. They want to do big shit on you. Everybody want to make movies. We all want to make movies, bruh. Everybody, we all doing the same shit. We all watching movies. We all want to make movies because that's what America is now. It's a big fucking movie studio. Okay? And that's all we care about, and that's all we want to do, and that's all we talk about now. So we act like this shit means so much, bruh. And if somebody likes some shit that we didn't like, then we got to jump on them. Nah, nigga, you need to jump on some other shit. We part of this movie experiment, I believe. And it's a special thing. So embrace it. We don't know when we're going to get it again. And this first one is kind of cool. That's all I wanted to say, who the Scargiver was and who the Child of Fire was. Now, you kind of have that you can work with. Take a look at the movie, see what you think. All right, you guys take it easy. I'll talk with you soon. Peace.